Hi everyone. I'm really proud to host this great webinar with in company of MDA and the recruiter at Spot. So today the webinar will be regarding the internship opportunities at MDA. The way it's going to work is first of all, Sophie going to talk to us a little bit about the Spot. Then the MDA recruiters and the MDA supervisor will talk to us about the internship opportunities. So we will ask you to add all your questions in comments below the video on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. The question will be answered at the end of the webinar. If the question is too specific, we'll ask you to add your email address. We want to make sure that we will answer to everyone. So add your email address. If we did not ask your question, answer your question, at the end of the webinar, we'll make sure that we will answer your question by email. So now let's speak with Sophie to tell us a little bit more about the Spot.
Well, thank you, Jean-Sébastien. So SPOT is a one-stop service for internship recruitment. So this recruitment process is based on the student sessions. So this means that the recruitment, which is taking place right now at the moment, is for the internships that will begin next winter, more precisely in January 2021. And the SPOT's partner companies are Bell, Bombardier, CAE, MDA, Pratt & Whitney, and also Siemens. And for the winter session, internships are offered at Bell, CAE, MDA, and Bombardier. Thank you.
Excellent. So now, Peggy, talk to us a little bit about MDA. What is this amazing company who has already recruited hundreds of people during the summer and now is looking to recruit, I think, a lot of interns in Montreal, right?
Well, thank you very much for this invitation, Jean-Sébastien. We are so happy to be part of the SPOT organization. So we have a few internship opportunity for next winter in different field, and we hope that this tribute of today will bring some information to seeker of internship for next fall, not fall, but winter.
Thanks. And Simon, it's made, so welcome. It's made a couple of years you're working now at MDA.
I'm sure you're not talking to Simon, but to myself.
Yes, sorry.
Yes. So what was your question? I'm sorry.
So I was asking, so you're now working for, it's made a couple of years you're working at MDA. What are you doing at the facility of Montreal? What MDA is doing at the facility of Montreal?
All right, yes. So I'm François Fontaine. I'm a mechanical design manager here at MDA Montreal. What we do at MDA, well, MDA is the largest space company in Canada right now. We were formerly Spar Aerospace long time ago, and we became MDA at some point in the history when we enjoy quite important growth in the 2010 to 2020 years. We even bought U.S. companies to become even larger and get access to the American market. But and this makes us become a Maxar company, which was our previous name last year. But recently, in 2020, we were bought by a consortium in Canada, and the MDA, so all the divisions in Canada, became a Canadian company again. So we are now the largest Canadian space company, and we do business in many different segments. But the one that we're representing today is the one in Montreal. In Montreal, what we do is products or subsystems that go on satellites, either antennas, electronic units, systems that consist of these multiple electronic units and even encompasses the antennas. Whatever is used which gives the reason for the satellite to be launched in space and for its mission, MDA Montreal can supply products for that. And by products, you must be aware that, no, we're not talking about something that on the shelf. We're talking about being able to produce the solutions the customer are seeking, which are always different. There's not a single satellite that's doing the same thing in space, and the technology advances. You want more and more data, you want more speed, you want whatever. So as the people around the world require more performance from these satellites, they change, and we need to adapt and design new products. In Montreal, we're designing, fabricating, and assembling and testing all this in Saint-Anne-de-Bellevue, in our division in the West Island of the Montreal. It's really the last city on the island, in Saint-Anne-de-Bellevue. And we have all those labs and assembly facilities where we can produce all this stuff. But we're also designing. So that means we're around currently 700 employees, and around 300 engineers, but that's growing fast in these months. And in these, we have mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, material processes, quality assurance, software engineers. So we're covering system engineers. We're covering large,
so there's a lot
of disciplines, right? Many.
There's a lot of different disciplines, as you said, who's working at MDA. But for the intern, that's really interesting project, right? But what kind of skills do they need to apply at one of your internships? Because yeah, go ahead.
Very interesting question. So obviously, the skills that we're looking for are two major ones. Okay, the one is obviously being able to learn, and we'll be looking for students that are eager to learn and enjoy technology, obviously, because we're talking about high technology here for space, right? So that's one very important aspect. And the second aspect is obviously interpersonal, because we want people who likes to work in teamwork, and because that's going to be a lot of teamwork and to learn and to be able to dynamically add your efforts to the project teams that are very schedule critical or budget critical or whatever. Well, we need people who are looking to work as a team, for sure.
If I may add, to have an internship at MDA, we're looking for people who are dynamic, people who love to, get involved in specific and complex procedures, and people who want to, learn, as Francois just mentioned, because at the end of your internship, for sure, you're gonna be facing or seeing things that you never see before, or you never study specifically at school. So our goal is to give you that liberty of seeing and applying your knowledge that you just learned at school on those technologies. So it's pretty advanced and pretty fun.
If I may, if I give a bit of details on how the internships are structured, basically the internship is the student that's going to join is pretty much replacing an engineer. What I mean by that is that if you're not there, it would be somebody from the team that's on site that would perform your work. So as an intern, you come in and you pretty much add your efforts to the teamwork as an engineer would do. So we'll coach you, obviously we'll train you first to the tools that you'll need to use during your internship. But as you gain experience and more proactivity you'll show up, and the more responsibilities you're asking, more you're going to get. But basically, you're doing what an engineer will do. You must not be afraid. We'll show you how to do it. But still, it's very, very interesting. Peggy likes to say we won't ask you to make photocopies. No, obviously, we won't ask you to do that. But really, it's a project environment. We have 30 projects that are running in parallel that are at different phases. And depending on which team and which disciplines you're entering, they're going to join that team. And, we're going to give you the task that first allow you to understand what's in it for you. And then after that, it's going to get better and better as you get
So
through the
we are looking for engineer in computer science. We are looking for engineer in mechanical. We are looking for engineers in electrical engineers. We are looking for engineers that are in physics. And I said engineers, but you could also completing your master, and we are welcoming any master or PhD degree student to, you know, apply to our different job opportunity.
So that was my other question, Peggy. So if someone is doing his PhD or his fellow, he can still apply, or a master, he can apply to your internship.
Definitely.
Oh, okay, right, interesting. And for you, Francois, just your project seems really interesting. If I was an engineer, I might want to apply to one of your projects.
Are you welcome, Jean-Sébastien, if you want. I don't know if you're an engineer student, but
I may know to code in some language, but not that good. So my question is, are you working, because you told us 700 and 100 employees approximately.
Yes.
How does it work when you work on a project? Is like a big team of 100 people, or it's a small group of people working on the project?
Yes, okay. So because we have 30 projects running at the same time, you know, it's very different size of projects. You know, we can have some large projects, but they're not the most, the one that we're going to see the most. Usually their average projects will last around 12 to 18 months, where we have to design different products for these. And the team are not that big, but they are multidisciplinary, which means that you'll certainly find some mechanical designers, thermal, structural analysts, electrical engineer. If it's an antenna, it's our radio frequency and electrical antenna engineers. Or if it's an electronic unit, you're going to have digital electric engineers or software engineers, which are programming the embedded software for these. So it's a team effort to develop that product, and it's always developing a new product on a project. So I'm not sure I answered your question, though.
You answered right. And what's really interesting, you remember when we have made our live chat a couple of weeks ago already? It was incredible. What I realized when I first met with you guys at NDA, the quantity of knowledge, of know-how of the people who are working at NDA. That's crazy, because you're working with the best engineer, the best programmer, like it's like all the best employees are working at NDA.
Almost. What I can say,
that's
though,
not true.
it's that
you're working somewhere else too. Yeah, I can say, but obviously we're trying
for sure. But I see the comments from all engineers and all employees at MDA, and that's the truth. It's the passion. I'm dealing with people who have the passion on what they are doing, and we are trying to really make sure that when we hire either a student or an employee, to give him the type of work that he's good at and he wants to do. So that, I think, really get people get more motivated in enjoying on the daily basis all the tasks that are needed for us to, you know, succeed in our customer request.
In fact, in an interview, that's going to be the first thing we'll try to determine is what's your interest. You know, where's your most interest? Okay, you're a mechanical engineer, but do you prefer analysis, or do you prefer design, or do you prefer manufacturing? Depending on your interest, you know, we'll try to find you the type of internship that's going to satisfy most your interests, obviously. And if there's a need, obviously, we'll try to match these as much as possible. And it's the same for the career. You know, your interest will evolve with time, and the managers are open and looking for the evolution of your interests and trying to match them with the business needs, obviously. One thing, I'm sorry, Jean-Sébastien, I don't know if you were about to ask, but we're not just doing engineering in MDA Montreal. Also, we're also doing all sorts of activities during lunch. You know, we have many sports teams. We're playing hockey, we're playing rugby, which is special, right? We're playing soccer, we're playing ultimate frisbee, we play tennis, we play volleyball during Fridays, beach volleyball.
We have a gym on site.
We have a gym on
yoga
site.
Class.
Yes, That was my question for you, Peggy. When a candidate apply for a job or for an internships, two questions. First of all, what do you tell him to convince him to apply to work at NDA? First things, and the second things, what are the criteria you're looking for when the candidate apply for an internship? I would say the four or three.
The three keys.
Right, the three keys to.
I will, for sure, I will share with you and for all of you, the three keys for an internship at the MDA is that if you are on your third semester, your GPA, because we're looking for people who have succeed in their notes, or that's very important for us. And also someone who either have done a past internship with other enterprise, or someone who's currently, involved in those activity. It could be the rocket team. It could be, you have different type of teams at university. So this is something that we really like to see in someone background. And it's tell us a lot about their facility to interact in a group or within a team, in a group effort, and also the sense of competitivity. So that's some of those keys that we really look at for an internship at MDA.
And let me explain about the grades at university. Why we use that a bit. Is that in fact what's happening is that, as we told you, one of the important aspects is to be able to learn, and obviously one measure, and it's not the only one, but one measure is if you were able to learn at university, well, your grades should represent it somehow, so because you're going to learn a lot during your internship. We're going to teach you stuff that's not taught at the university, right? So that's one aspect, but it's not the only aspect, and we're looking at well-rounded people who are obviously interested in their specific field in which they are applying. So if you're designing into a Baja team and you're absolutely enjoying design, and well, you were not able to concentrate as much on your university aspect, well, we'll factor all this into your candidature for sure.
And in fact, thank you, thank you, Francois, for mentioning the additional information about why do you need to know the GPA. It will be, this section will be covered when I will talk about how to apply, and you've well explained the purpose why in our document checklist we ask for an unofficial transcript from the student's university. So thank you for this clarification as well. It's part of our procedures. So you helped us explain the purpose. Why do we ask for the unofficial transcript?
Yes, obviously we're a high-tech company, and we're looking at people who can supply the efforts associated, obviously.
Well, Sarah, you could tell us a bit more about how can we apply at those internship.
Yes, for sure. Thank you, Jean-Sébastien. We actually have 8 challenging work integrated learning as defined by internship in MDA, and as well as many positions. So each and every internship might be asking for more position, not only one position. We do have 8 for now. And as Peggy and Francois already mentioned, the main competences are passionate people that are really eager to learn about high technology, to work within a team. They are challenging internship, not regular internship. They are very challenging. However, all the students who are really passionate about everything related to the technology will find themselves in this internship, and as well in the lovely company culture. So before we dig into details on how to apply, I would like to remind the students about the important dates of this recruitment session. So first of all, the deadline to submit your application on spot YASPOT is October 7th at midnight. So this is a very important date. So October 7th at midnight, we will not receive any other application after this date. And
that's
then
tomorrow, Sarah?
Yes, it's tomorrow midnight. Okay. So hurry up, prepare your documents and apply. And then accordingly, the supervisor will be able to manage this application. They will start calling students for interview between 9 and 15 of October. So this is the period where the interview will be running. And then accordingly, we will be asked the supervisors and the students to rank their interview. And here we would like to mention about our special procedure we have is that each and every student have the right to rank his interview. So let's say I want this supervisor as a first place, or this internship as a first place, another internship at another place. And from the other side, the supervisor as well will rank which students is his favorite number 1, number 2, number 3. We at CMAI, what we do is we gather this information together and we do something called matching. And accordingly, the supervisor will get, so we will be approaching most preference, the supervisor and the students. And we follow an algorithm that's already published on our website in the FAQ section. So students can go and check how the matching will be working. So accordingly, once the interview period and the matching is done, students will start to receive their offers as of October 20. So 3 important dates. October 7, midnight is the deadline. The interviews will take place between October 9th and October 15. October 15, we will be able to receive all the ranking from both students and supervisors.
So everyone, I would like to make sure that we invite you to apply on the MDA internship opportunity. You will be contacted if you have been selected for an interview by either myself, my colleague Amanda, or even Jasmine. We're gonna work hard to reach out as much as we can and to schedule all those interviews and be able to give you the answer as soon as possible in order for you to rank. And hopefully we will be able to match your application to our needs as soon as possible.
And regarding the question, sorry guys, don't want to interrupt, but time goes fast and we have a lot of questions from the public, but I mean a lot. So it's going to be the time for to answer those questions, because I think
we are ready, Jean-Sébastien. We are ready. Go ahead.
Even if
we have close to 100, so
even if they are in French or in English, we can answer both, right?
Yeah, exactly. So pour les gens à la maison qui nous écoutent, là, we can answer your question in French and in English. If you want to ask, you prefer to ask a question in French, no problem. On va répondre en français. So, okay, first question. I think Sarah, you can answer this one. Pretty simple. Are the internship remunerated?
Actually, yes, for sure. All the internships that are posted on Spot are paid internship, and for sure, those who are actually posted for MDA are paid internship. In general, all the internships that are posted on Spot are paid internship.
Second question, Peggy, for you, do we need to have any clearance or like a control group program or?
Yes, the answer for this question is exactly yes. We are a facility that are control goods, so you will have to get some clearance to be able to work in our different program.
Okay. Excellent. And do you help those candidates to get the certification?
Of course, yes.
Donc, la question aussi venant en français, là, stressez pas, on est là pour vous supporter. Ça peut sembler beaucoup d'administration quand que vous, avec les références et tout ça. Là. Je pense que c'est 5 références professionnelles, 5 personnels, j'y vais de mémoire. Là.
Oui.
C'est bien ça. C'est des fois, mais on est là pour vous supporter. Fait que la priorité, c'est appliquer sur le poste en vous assurant que vous ayez tous les documents autres comme, qui comptent. Remember the 3 keys again, Peggy?
But if we talk about the security, it's the past 5 years. So you need to make sure that you have all your documents to be able to prove where did you study, where you live in the past 5 years. And the key for an internship at MDA, it's pretty simple, is your marks, which is the grade marks with your transcript. Also your personality. We're looking for people who are team oriented. And also the passion for the space. Obviously, that's going to help you get, having more fun and the type of challenges that we have to offer.
Passion in high tech, space. I was not a space geek when I came in SPAR 23 years ago. Maybe I should not say that, but if you enjoy technology, for sure, what you're going to learn here, you'll be able to export to any other high tech company as well. Or if you want to work at MDA, obviously in the future, in space, yes.
Excellent. And François, there's some software we should be familiar with. Like we should know C# language like C# or understand the base of CATIA.
My God, this is, depending on your discipline, obviously, you need to know some software. But, this is going to be an asset for you if you already know the software that we're looking for. But anyway, we'll show you that what you need to know, right? Obviously. So if I want to be a little bit more specific, yes, okay, in design and analysis, we're using NX from Siemens. But anybody who has done CATIA, Creo will welcome them. If you want to do software programming, we are using quite a few languages, but Python, C#, yes, C++. C++ is used a lot still on embedded software. If you're a VHDL programmer or you have some interest in FPGAs, for example, field programmable arrays in electrical engineering, that's something interesting as well. If you know HFSS and you're in antenna engineering, this is also, but we really use more than 50 engineering software, so I can't go through all of them. We'll teach you them. That's why you need to be able to learn them.
Excellent. Peggy, the question is in French, but on peut répondre également en anglais. Au niveau du transport, est-ce qu'il y a une façon de s'organiser, transport en commun, est-ce qu'il y en a?
C'est sûr que where we are located right now, it's a bit touchy because it's really at the end of the West Island. So yes, you do have some transport because we are close to the campus of John Abbott. So for the people who know the area, it's close to that college. But again, you will have to walk a bit, but it's feasible and it's doable. We do have people who's taking the public transport to come to MDA.
But more importantly, what we see is students and workers getting together in carpooling, and that happens very early in the internship, and people from different areas, and we have some means to connect the people together as well. So carpooling or public transport is also a good mean to come, but I would say carpooling is better.
Au niveau des horaires, Peggy, ou ça peut être François ou Peggy qui veut prendre en premier.
Les horaires chez MDA, c'est des horaires de 37h30. The schedule at MDA, it's 37.5 hours per week. And yeah.
Flexible. Typical days from 8 to 12, 13 to 4:30, but it's flexible. We have core hours where we want students to be at the same time as their supervisor or colleagues, so obviously we encourage people to be at the same time in the same location, but yeah, flexible 30, and what we call professional 37.5 hours.
And one of the popular questions that we have been asked every day for the past few weeks now, it's okay, are we open for work from home or work remotely? And right now, well, during the summer period, yes, but right now we're asking everybody to work on site. So if you get selected for an internship at MDA, it will be an on-site internship. meaning in our office.
Excellent, because that was the next question. It was.
But
I'm good.
But we're also looking at putting in place a policy to allow people to work in an hybrid fashion, which is from home and from on site as well. That's not yet in place, but as we are speaking right now, we're working in an hybrid fashion. So we're working 3 days on site and 2 days at home, when possible.
On me demande ici en français, est-ce qu'il y a des mesures sanitaires? Là?
Ben oui.
Oui, sont
I'm so impressed and I'm so proud of MDA. I feel sicker. I feel more sicker at MDA than when I go to IGA, okay, doing my groceries. And this is not a joke.
Yeah.
So, they have thought of everything. And if I may even show you, we got like a puce like this, and that's for monitoring on site if we get any contact with people who have been, either in contact or get the COVID. We will be able to be notified. So no, they have thought of everything. I'm not going to share you all the steps, but it's a pretty safe environment.
Yeah, otherwise we'll not ask people to come work, obviously.
No, but no. Our main, it's not about the job, but it's the security of our employee, and that's remained the first priority for this organization.
It's actually a role model, a company using the best technologies for the safety of their employees. So we're also very, very proud of you, and we're happy to know that you're taking all these measures.
Yeah, well, it's funny because we also use our engineers to think about solutions to help us. We have thermal engineers who design some infrared cameras and systems. So yes. Mm-hmm.
Here we have a candidate who arrived a little bit late in the webinar. He's asking when is the date limit to apply, and when the internship should start.
You have until tomorrow midnight to apply, and the internship will start on January 4th, 2021.
So the 4th or the 5th. Maybe, so that we can welcome all of you. We'll split that in two, most likely.
Beginning of January.
Here we have a question. Is it possible after the internship to get a job?
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're training you to be future employees if there are opportunities. Obviously, that's our goal. To offer jobs. If it happens to you that you're completing your degree with your internship, well, obviously you'll be considered as an important candidate for the next hiring period, for sure.
We train people in a sense that it's like an investment. So we invest in you, and we invest on the fact that if you are done with your study, you will remain, and if you go back to your study, you will be more than happy to come back. So that's an investment for us.
Great thinking. And we have people now from BC and Edmonton and like across Canada, I would say, even from Halifax. So they are all asking, is it possible to apply at an internship in Montreal?
Yes, obviously.
Sure. And we do have internship also for our facility located in Vancouver, Richmond, precisely. We also have a facility down in Toronto, Brampton, to be precisely, and also in Ottawa, in our facility in Canada. We do have offices also in Halifax. I heard that you have mentioned a question from Halifax, and we do have also a facility in Halifax. I don't have a lot of visibility to know how much internship they do offer, but all sites are in the same, I would say, growing opportunity with a lot of program and a lot of project going on in the next couple of months. So, and if you have a specific site that you would like to join, please do not hesitate to apply, and we will be more than happy to contact you.
That being said, if you're interested in working in Montreal for an internship, that's absolutely possible. Even if you're not speaking in French, we can integrate students from all across Canada. It's no problem.
Guys, you guys go beyond my question because that was the next question.
I would like. Okay, I would like to add a small note. Actually, since we're running out of time and there is less than 48 hours for students to apply, we would like to ask them to start at least prepare their documents. While they apply on Plasma Spot, we ask them to prepare the documents in advance, and the document that are required are, in addition to your CV, it's a proof of your eligibility to work in Canada. And this, as Francois mentioned, in addition to the unofficial transcript, this will help us speed up the process for the control goods program, which MDA is under it. So for all students, there is less than 48 hours. Prepare your documents, your CV, a proof of eligibility to work in Canada, as well as your unofficial transcript, and we'll be happy to treat your applications.
In French or in English, the CVs, it's okay.
Here, Sarah, we have a question about, they're asking, what is an example of a document for an eligibility to work in Canada? So
actually, it will be any document that might help us to assess your eligibility. If you're an international student, it could be a work permit, a study permit. If you're a permanent resident, any document that prove your Canadian residency or citizenship. So we're not precise in documents, since there's a lot of documents that can prove your eligibility to work in Canada.
Here we have, I think we have some people who are still coming in the webinar. So they're asking, where can we find the internship, and how do we apply? So maybe we just can repeat where to find those internships, Sarah.
They are on our website. It's called plasmaspot.ca. So you just have to type www.plasmaspot.ca, and accordingly you'll be able to see all the internship. For specific MDA internship, there is a lot of other actually partners who are actually posting on Spot. You just have to filter the MDA internship, and you will see our 8 challenging internship. They are in electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, thermal analysis, structural analysis. We have as well quality insurance engineering as an intern. A lot of challenging internship.
Software as well.
Excellent, guys. So I still see a lot of questions, but who are more specific, like if I'm a software engineer doing my master, can I apply, etc. So guys, I'll ask you to the public who are listening right now, just add your email address to your question, to make sure that we will answer all your questions. But when the case is more specific, we'll take the time to answer. But it's not necessary that everyone knows your specific needs. So Peggy, give you the last words to invite everyone to apply and to convince them to apply.
So please, if you have any doubt and you're not sure, just apply. You have nothing to lose. We will be more than happy to review your application and start the open conversation with you and understanding what are you looking for, and see if we have that type of opportunity at MDA. So like I said, we're going to be a team looking to all the resumes, and by the end of the week, you should hear from us, I would say beginning of next week, for the people that we would like to interviews, who start the process of interviewing. And MDA, it's the place to be.
If you're looking at a fun place to work and learn, I would say come at MDA. I'm 100% convinced you'll enjoy your internship.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks to the people watching at home, and I hope we're going to see you soon in an interview at MDA.
All right, thank you, Jean-Sébastien.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Anyone who has a question, you can contact us, and we do have our support at plasmaspot.ca, or you can use actually the phone number 514-552-9512 for any question.
Thanks for that. So thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Are we staying together or?